All right, thank you very much once again. My name is Huldah Momanyi, and today I'm really graced to have a very, very huge guest in our channel today. Her name is Huldah Momanyi. Honorable Huldah Momanyi is elect House of Representative Minesota, United States of America. She's going to briefly tell us on how her life story has been. Was she born in the United States of America, or she was born in Kenya? And did she see it coming that one day she will lead in such a country, given the fact that it is not her motherland? Welcome, Honorable Huldah Momanyi. Feel at home. My name is Huldah Momanyi. This is our YouTube channel. Welcome and say hello to our viewers.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for having me on Minesota. We are in Kisi land, and so let me acknowledge that. And I'm excited to have this opportunity to work with young people like yourself.
Thank you.
And so when you invited me to talk to your audience, I was extremely excited. Hopefully share a couple of things that might hopefully inspire one or two of you to continue reaching for your dreams.
Yeah, thank you. Maybe, Honorable Huldah, there are some people who currently have been following you online. They've seen that you come from Kenya, but in Kisi County, Kisi County and Nyamira, given as Gusii community. So, are you from Kisi County or Nyamira County?
So well, technically, I was born in Kisi, but with tradition and the Kisi tradition, I come from where my father comes from, and that's Nyamira County, a small village called Nyamemiso. Out when you pass Tombe Tea Factory, you just pass a little bit, you'll reach Nyamemiso.
Now that you are born in Nyamira County, maybe your academic wise, where did you study? Is it in abroad, United States of America, or here in Kenya?
Yeah, so I started off my academic journey here in actually Kisi Primary.
Wow.
And then I went to St. Anne's in Kakamega, and then shortly after that, my family and I migrated to the U.S.
Yeah. Which year was that when you migrated?
I was 9 years old, and then I think it was 1995.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, really it is. And maybe for the benefit of our viewers that also are asking, is the Honorable Huldah Momanyi currently being in Kenya until the Christmas Eve, or she's flying out again? Because in Kenya, in Gusii actually, the Christmas back in the days, it really had a lot of impact, and people were eagerly waiting for the Christmas. So are you around still, or you are flying?
Unfortunately, my time here was very short. There's a lot of obligations that I need to go to and attend to, and spend some time with my family. Have you been following my story? I do have, two young kids, and I miss them terribly. So my husband and I want to fly back as soon as possible so we can go see, my kids, spend Christmas with them, and then obviously get ready for the inauguration ceremony.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Now, since time is not on our side, Honorable Huldah, did you see it coming that you could one day lead in a country? Furthermore, it isn't your motherland.
This is technically my motherland. This is the roots where I was born, right?
In the United.
But you're talking about the U.S.
Yeah.
I never could have ever imagined that I would be sitting here, holding a leadership role in the political space of, one of the greatest countries in the world, the greatest country in the world, the United States. It's only by the grace of God and the resilience and the tenacity of my family and my community, and the roots of Kenya where I come from. And so it is truly also a testament to my new home, the U.S., of true inclusivity, where they welcome, all walks of life, and rule and order are really followed there, which allowed me to sit here and run for office and win. Right? As the newly elected House of Representatives for the state of Minnesota, it has been an honor to be elected in the most diverse district in the whole entire state of Minnesota. And so that speaks volume about the resilience of the American democracy and what it stands for.
Now that you are a leader in the United States of America, we've seen also in Kenya we have got women leadership. Where exactly do you see women leadership in the coming years?
I'm excited. I'm optimistic about women leaders. I mean, this trip has showed me that, we women have always, been ready to lead, but we have never been given that opportunity to lead. And so it's about time, hopefully, with my story, would inspire more women to, think about or, step into those positions of power and not just be put in boxes, right? Because a lot of times, this society has put women in certain boxes, and women have endless potential. We are ready to step into those positions. It's a matter of, the society, acknowledging that women are ready to step in and actually get the work done.
Yeah, really. Or maybe on a few seconds to comment on the GBV. Currently, the last few weeks, the country and the entire world has been fighting the GBV. But unfortunately, the period in which we are fighting gender-based violence is when we record more cases. Maybe what is your review on that?
You know, again, gender-based violence is an epidemic where it needs to be addressed from the top all the way to the lowest levels of our society, you know, from our government to our schools, to our workplaces, to our family units, you know. So it's not something that, you know, one group of people can solve, but it will take all of us to come together and really, you know, look at the root cause of that, you know, bridge those gaps and see what's going on within that family dynamic and how are we raising our kids and so forth. You know, it is something that shouldn't be happening in this time and age, but we are seeing a rise in that. So there's definitely gaps that we need to address, and it's going to take all of us as a community to come together and say enough is enough. Especially when it comes to women, we need to be able to sit here as a community and say we are protecting, we are our, you know, our girls and women protectors. And I want to also acknowledge the men, right? We sit here and we talk about, you know, gender-based violence, and a lot of it is heavily weighed on the women. There's also a lot of our men, our young boys who are going through it, but because of society and because of, you know, tradition, deep-rooted tradition, the men don't have that safe space to come out and talk about it. And so we want to be able to create, you know, spaces and environment where victims and survivors of gender-based violence can come in and really get the support that they need.
Wow, wow, wow. And then there are many young girls who are looking up on you now that you are leading in terms of women who are elected leaders, where they're in universities or as in the high school. Maybe what is your message to those young girls who are looking up to you?
I would say this, especially to that, you know, 9-year-old girl who, you know, is looking around her and thinking, can I ever be somebody? Let me remind you of my humble beginnings. You know, my parents or my family didn't come from wealth or money. They didn't come from, you know, status in the society. We came from very humble beginnings where my grandfather passed away when my dad was 5 years old. And you know, in that context, in that Kisi context, when, you know, you don't have a father, you know, that there's a lot of that okogecha, right? And so I grew up, you know, with nothing, but with God and with tenacity, hard work. Don't be afraid to put in the hard work. You know, don't be afraid to step into places where sometimes you don't feel comfortable, because when you step into those places, this is when you really learn how to navigate, you know, life. You get to make mistakes, and it's okay to make mistakes, and you grow from there. You build your resume. So my young ladies out there, whatever you are, whatever you're doing, do it with tenacity, do it with resilience, put in the hard work, and then everything else. Don't rush into life. Take your time. You know, make sure you're setting up yourself to succeed. Get that education. And I know most of you might not have the luxury of getting that education, of doing all of this, but remember, you have a space. All of you have a space to make a difference in somebody's life. It doesn't matter how, you know, what a part of society you are, you can make a difference. Even if it's Mama Mboga where you're bringing her water. Just a simple thing as that. Be kind, be compassionate. But on top of that, also stand firm on your values. Do never compromise your values to gain something, because that something has strings attached to it if you are compromising your values. So I want to encourage all of our ladies, stand firm on your beliefs. Don't be afraid. Make your voice heard. Be confident in who you are, and everything else will align.
Wow, wow, amazing, amazing. Thank you very much, Honorable Huldah. I know next time we'll create more time so that we can have a wider conversation on this. There are definitely many people who are looking forward and hearing more from you. Thank you for being with us today, and as you go back to the United States of America, we wish you very, very nice journey overseas.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And everybody, please subscribe to his YouTube channel, social medias. Please subscribe. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. That is it for now. My name